Good morning. Maya are back. Here's the plan. Soundproofing. They're going to start the soundproofing in the home theatre. This week there will be overtime from the painters and anybody involved in the woodworking on the cabinets. They're going to be putting in a lot of overtime this week. It's going to be very busy. There will be loads of other things going on. We'll come back and start to see that in just a moment. What could possibly go wrong? It's Monday morning. The crew is gathering. Manny's got energy to burn despite a very long day of work yesterday. We'll be back with a moment. Prayers done. Briefing time from the engineer and sometimes from Manny. Again, we'll be back in a moment. Here we go. Elson, as always, leading the charge.
6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, shoulder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm trying to join in, one-handed.
2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7.
That's just shaking.
3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Oh, heads down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 4, higher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, higher, 1, 2, 3, 4,
He's trying.
6, 7, 4, 3, 1, 2.
It always gives it his absolute best. The response, sometimes mixed. That was pretty good. Let's go and see what's been going to happen. Oh my goodness, I haven't got my teeth in. We'll come back in a moment and see what is about to happen. At the White House, there was a monster effort from about half a dozen of the guys yesterday who put in a full day in blisteringly hot conditions. And obviously when they're doing something like this, there's no shade. But they kept going all the way through to 6 o'clock and have got almost everything done. Both the roof and they've constructed this table where all the seedling trays will go, if I ever use them. So they're not quite finished in here yet. The last thing I've asked for them to do, if they finish the roof and the table, is just to flatten the floor out for me. And then someone is going to have to teach me how to put concrete hollow blocks together with cement, because I've got to build the raised beds. I've never used cement before in my life, but I'm sure they can show me and then we can get on with things. Not too long, hopefully, before we can actually start planting stuff. We'll start on the gym and spa doors this morning. Getting a nice brown paint all over these, bringing them up to the same colour as all the other doors with glass, or that will have glass. I think this colour, I assume it's pretty close to the final colour, although not the final coat. I think it works really well. In the dirty kitchen, Willie once again working on cabinet doors. So given the fact that we're going to have overtime all this week, we should see a lot more progress in here. And while we're in here, Papa Jess, again, testing everything electrical. Hopefully today we can go in and get to see the internet provider and hopefully get the same answer we got last time, that they could install internet for us in 2 days, and it will be a fibre connection. So today the plan is to start taking this insulation material and take a dizzy pill. Here we go, we're going to start spinning. They'll bring it in here. They'll attach this metal all around the walls as a frame and start to get that insulation material in. The cabinets in the pantry, the shelves really. More attention this morning. Outside, mixing up more cement mixture. They're not going to be tiling this, but they will be using a template to create a kind of an interesting surface. And this is the template. No idea how this all works. Hopefully, by the end of today, we'll have an idea. Sing Enrico is in Adrian's bathroom preparing more cabinets, this time to go underneath the wash basin cabinet, the Wabaka. Presumably, pretty similar design in all of the bathrooms. In Jack's room, Ernie, guess what? Sanding. Just refinishing the areas around where outlets were put in a couple of days ago. And while he's doing that, Resty, doing a bit of house cleaning before he gets started, I guess, on more surface finishing in here as well. In the walk-in closet for the master bedroom, design and construction simultaneously. So on the wall once again, we're getting the outline of the layout for the cabinets here. And while that's going on, Elston still working on, sorry about that, Elston's still working on the bases for where these cabinets will go. It's just after lunch. I'm not happy. An internet provider, whose name I shall not give you, having told us a month ago they could connect fibre in 48 hours, now say they can't connect it at all. What the hell's going on? I will not name them. Converge. You are a bunch of muppets. Right, let's go inside and see if what's going on inside this house can bring some harmony and calmness back into my life. The doors going into the gym and spa have changed, and I know I said this morning I like the brown colour. I like this more. It's gone darker, it's got a wood grain appearance, has been somehow etched into it. I still don't know exactly how these guys do it. Ooh, yeah, I like that. So here's a little look at how they do it. It's a sponge and some black paint in this case. And then once that's on, you can already start to see, well, I'm not sure if you can, but I can already start to see the grain-like appearance coming on, starting to appear now, and then they'll brush over it to finish the effect. Always clever. Inside the home theatre, I am feeling now more calm and harmonious. The soundproofing, the rock wool and the frame are going in. Covering these areas fairly quickly, that's a morning's work. It won't take too long to go all the way around, and then hopefully on the ceiling as well. Well, for you builder types, this is probably common stuff, but I've never seen this before. So, having rendered the top surface of this slab, Mark and Bonnie are now going back over with this template and creating these indentations to give a sort of a tile appearance. Again, I'm constantly impressed by little solutions, such as this one. Oh, it's lovely. On the stairs, we have a new sign, Megales and Zapatos / Chinelas. Please remove your slippers, footwear. And that's on the first 3 treads, in case anybody misses the first 2. This is, again, the master bedroom walk-in closet. Some rather large pieces of woodwork being put together just here. Of course, it's a reasonably big room for this kind of thing, so the cabinets will be reasonably large. Ernie's doing a little bit of a final coat of paint on the baseboards here in Jack's room. The walls still waiting for a final coat, but that's going to come soon, I think. It is very nearly 4:30, which under normal circumstances would be the end of the day. But as we said this morning, we should be getting some overtime, both on the house and maybe a little bit more on the greenhouse, the White House. Before we go and check on any of that, we've got a contribution that came from Bob Twed Philippines 101 and also then came from Megawega independently. Bill walks into his boss's office and says, "Boss, I know the economy's not very good, but honestly, I've got 3 companies after me. You've got to give me a raise." After a little bit of haggling, they settle on 5%. As Bill's leaving, the boss says, "Bill, just let me know, who were the 3 companies that are after you?" He says, "The water company, the electricity company, and the phone company." And with that, let's go and take a look at what's been going on this afternoon. Our floor slab in the laundry area has its pattern. I know it's one of those things that in a week I'll have completely forgotten about, and every time I come out of the house to this side, I know I won't even notice. But I absolutely love this. It's so simple, and I think so effective. Inside the home theatre, not actually got any further with the rock wall, but the frame has been extended. So we're now halfway, just over halfway down one side. So maybe it's not quite as fast as I thought it was going to be. In Sabrina's bathroom, Sing and Rico is getting ready to put the shelves in here. I always come to this room because it's at this time of day the lightest, but we're not quite there yet. Here we'll try and find another one to show you. This is George's room, Aldrin's room. The engineer's hopefully using his phone to shed a bit more light. So, clearly unfinished, but we have a bottom drawer in this Wabaka. I'm not sure, it seems like this cabinet's growing. This is only, obviously, for one side of the walk-in closet in the master bedroom. It's huge. Well, before the guys crack on, they're having a well-deserved little break, a snack and non-alcoholic beverages. We'll pick this up a little bit later on. It's about 5:15 and we've got another delivery of green. No idea what all this stuff is. I know it includes lemon, avocado, pomelo, I don't know what else. And we've even got a little lemon. It's not yellow yet, but it will be. Very nice. The Builder Brothers, Erwin and Nelson, both up top on the White House. Erwin at the moment applying more silicone in all the seals just to help, to help seal it really. Nobody else working here right at the moment. There's still some more work to be done. Not a lot, but they're going to clean out the concrete hollow blocks that I laid out in a very provisional pattern as to where everything would go for the raised beds, and then they're going to just flatten out the surface. And then I think their work may all be done. The only thing left for us to do well, before we start building raised beds, is to get shade cloth. Definitely for the roof, possibly for the walls. Haven't quite decided yet. The never-ending sanding and preparation of kitchen cabinets continues. The also never-ending preparation of the shelves in the pantry continues. Clearly the message on the stairs is being heeded. Loads of shoes down here. Well, zapatos, chinelas, slippers. Ernie back on painting skirting boards after they've been replaced with the correct edge left underneath, hopefully. And Resty seems to be spending all day cleaning up dust. I'm sure he's been doing other things, but every time I've gone by, that's what he's been up to. We're going to call it a day here. It's getting a little darker. There's a few things inside I'd like to still film, but there's just not enough light. There's particularly something I want to come back to that was a comment from Rich Warden about the bases for the cabinets in the walk-in closets. I have asked that question, Rich. I haven't got an answer yet. We'll come back to that hopefully tomorrow, and I'll explain everything with an answer. So that's it for the day, or at least as far as filming goes. The guys are continuing and will continue to somewhere around 6 o'clock, probably another half an hour or so. We'll be back tomorrow.